What can we do to make reasonable adjustments around the room? Well, this really goes into the preparation. Before we even enter the room, we should make sure, or someone should check, or questions should be asked to the hospital about that room. What's its lighting like? Can it be turned on, off, adjusted up and down? What's the temperature control like? So that means, is there air conditioning? Are there heaters if it's too cold? Can we open windows? Is there sun that's going to be shining into that room all day? Are there blinds to block out that sun, to reduce those reflections? Now, what I'm saying to you, you think, of course, but the amount of times I've been placed in places where we are cooked or we are shivering in coats, it happens quite often. We've also got to make sure about the surrounding environment to that room as well. Is it in a quiet space? If you think of yourself in your worst moments in life, where would you want to be? You'd probably want to be in a quiet space where you can feel safe and calm and focus and take the information. So is there construction nearby? Are there lots of alarms going off? Can we be placed away from those alarms? All of those things are, I wouldn't say reasonable adjustments. These are all things that we would all benefit from. But if you're somebody that has additional needs, or just human needs, those things can make a huge difference. However, what are reasonable adjustments? Often hospitals only have certain rooms that you can meet in. And in my time doing CTRs, many of those have not been appropriate, not at all. I've been placed in many rooms where there's been construction next door, where there's been no temperature control, so we've all metaphorically cooked, where there's been loud noises, just unpleasant and inappropriate environments for us as panel members, but also for the person who is already in a crisis state, who is in a very difficult circumstance, and that the day is meant to be supportive of them and their needs. Well, reasonable adjustments might be changing the table layout. If people have mobility issues, tables could be a big issue. It may prevent them leaving or going to the toilet or escaping or navigating around based on their mobility. It might be making sure that that room is wheelchair accessible. It might be making sure the room's set up in such a way that the person who the day is about is able to see everyone, that if they have an interpreter, that interpreter is able to be seen and engaged and be seen by the person as well. It might be that the chairs are laid out so that enough people can fit in that room to fully take part in the day. I got so stuck here because I keep on thinking of everything I say is reasonable is actually just common sense, good for everyone. There should be enough space for everyone in the room. You should be in a room where you can open a window, the sun's shining in all day, and there's no blinds. You should be in a room that's not next to a construction site, that doesn't have literal diggers outside the actual window that you're delivering in, beeping all day. What are actual reasonable adjustments? I don't know what reasonable adjustments is. If someone's got a wheelchair, it's making sure that's accessible, right? What else is a reasonable adjustment for a room? I guess a signer being able to see everyone and see the person. Though that doesn't feel like a reasonable adjustment. That feels like a necessity because you need to match the person's communication needs. It's the same with the wheelchair, isn't it? But we call them reasonable adjustments, don't we? It's what we say they are there. But that's the point. These adjustments are all reasonable. It's the point where it sounds mad that we don't do them already.